Compounds made up of molecules that have a tendency to break up, or the proper scientific term for that is dissociate, opposite of associate. Molecules that break up into hydrogen ions, H plus, and a negative ion. So if you have a molecule, okay, if it breaks apart, if one is positive, like H plus, the other part must be negative, right? Because the molecule is neutral. So if it gives you H plus and an anion, when you put it in water, okay, that compound is referred to as an acid. So that's what acids have in common. If you put them in water, some or all of the molecules will break apart, would dissociate, and one of the fragments would be H plus, hydrogen ion. The H plus actually attaches itself to a water molecule. So H plus, when it combines with a water molecule, gives you a polyatomic ion known as hydronium ion. Okay, hydronium. Okay. Anyway, because acids dissociate to form ions in water, okay, acids can also be named. It's common to name acids as if they were ionic, even though acids by themselves are molecular compounds. Like HCl, pure HCl is made up of molecules, hydrogen chloride molecules. But if you put it in water, your H plus can break off from the chloride and you get ions. So you can name them as though they're ionic. The positive ion in this case would be hydrogen, the cation, and then what's left behind, that's called the conjugate base, that's called your, what's left behind after, what's left behind, the anions, when your hydrogens are removed, would be the anion. So H2S is a molecular compound, right? There's no metal there, there's no ammonium there, so it's dihydrogen sulfide. An alternative name for this is just to say the cation is hydrogen, the anion is sulfide. So it's as if it's ionic. You name it as if it's ionic. So H plus, you get sulfide ions. And so if I gave you hydrogen sulfide as the name, you can figure out backward that the molecule, the formula of the compound is H2S, because you're going to need two of these plus ones and one of the negative two to get a formula unit that's neutral. Okay. Now, acids have alternative names also that's based on the name of the anion that is formed when all the H plus have broken off from the molecule. So for example, okay, HCl right here, this is hydrogen chloride, right? If the name of the ion ends in I, okay, then the name of the acid, the alternative name of the acid would have hydro in front, and then this stem right here, chlor without the ide, and then you put ic acid. Okay, so hydro something ic acid is the same thing as hydrogen something ide. Hydrogen chloride is the same thing as hydrochloric acid. Now, if the name ends in ate, as in nitrate, okay, hydrogen nitrate, then the alternative name would be to just drop the hydrogen, okay, and then replace the ate by ic acid. So something ic acid, that means the anion's name is ate. So this is nitrate, hydrogen nitrate is nitric acid. Okay, maybe emphasize the ic there. Nitric acid. Okay, so if the name of the anion ends in ate, you drop the hydrogen from the name, so it's just nitric acid, nitric acid. And if the name of the anion ends in ite, then instead of ic acid, it's an ous acid. So hydrogen nitrite would be nitrous acid. Okay, so ate goes with ic, ite goes with ous, ide goes with ic, but there's a hydro in front. Got it? So let's see, let's apply that. Which of these would be another name for hydrogen cyanide? The ending is I, so you need an ic acid, right? So it's not an ous acid, but it's ide, so There's a hydro in front. So this is hydrocyanic acid. Okay?